Hello, everybody. Happy 4th of July. It's Gwen. Thank you for joining me today. I have a new journal, junk journal, that I just finished, which I'm absolutely madly in love with. It's huge. It's 9 by 6 1/4. It's 9 by 6 1/4 with a 3-inch spine. It is a five five signatures with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I have these here to kind of prop this up to help show it to you. It's secured with black crinkled up seam binding. The back is just plain. Now this is cloth. This is upholstery material that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's like a damask, but it's a little heavier than a damask. I also put on metal corners, uh, like so. Uh, it's just one of my favorites already. These are several pieces of metal that I put on the front. They come from Butterbee Scraps. This outside are 4 little pieces I put together. There's a small one inside, and then, of course, the butterflies are on top. This is a little charm uh, of a cameo that I just put one little charm on. This holder I got at Butterbee Scraps as well. It's bigger than Tim Holtz's, and I like it, of course, bigger for the bigger books. Um, there are 240 pages, approximately, more or less, with envelopes and tuck spots and um, various other embellishments. So let's go inside. It may be a little hard to show. I'm going to have this, I'm going to add this to my capturedonpaper.com, the consignment um, shop that I post all my books on. Uh, it's like an Etsy, but it is better than an Etsy. It's not Etsy. So we open it up, and on the front page, I have made a pocket. This is just a little vinyl sticker that I had, and I put in the pocket. Here's just a cloth. This is a cloth tag I bought. I did put some sari silk in the top. I sewed around it. I stitched around the outside, and then I stamped it in the middle. This is just a pocket I made out of an old book page. Uh, it's like a little coin envelope. It does open. It does open. I don't have anything in it. I stamped on it, and then I used my envelope maker to cut out the finger pull. This is a love letter. Oh, see, this is going to be hard. This is a love letter that I copied off of the internet, and I keep sticking this on here and open it up, and it's just an old-fashioned love letter. Uh, it's just really sweet. And then I got a little. I stamped that on top, and then stamped a butterfly, and just made a closure. So this fits in the front pocket. I'm going to have to take this off of here. I'm wrapped around the camera. This isn't working. Sorry. Uh, and this goes in here like so. And this goes in here like so. The first page, this is, of course, a doily. This is calligraphy paper with a Martha Stewart punch. Now, I left a lot of journaling in this book. The first page, all coffee dyed paper, says the story. This is where the story begins. And there's my little frog on the bicycle. I just love him. This is a bag, uh, grocery bag, just a little sack. And then on the inside, this is a greeting card that I bought from someplace. This is all cut out with black paper underneath to highlight the bicycle. And it was loose, and I glued that down. You can journal inside. And this is just a book page, a scrap that I had that I glued down. And this fits in here like so. Of course, here's paper. Now, this is a card that I sewed across the top. I don't know if you can. I sewed it across the top. I stamped lines for journaling. This is just a piece of ephemera that I had. This is a tag that I made, and I stamped it with a butterfly and then put seam binding on top, and it just slides down in that little pocket. As I say, I left a lot. This is just a little insert that you could journal on. I did not make lines. Now this is a crocheted per se cotton belly band. I'm going to see if I can bring us in maybe a little. Maybe we need to. Let's see. Okay. This is a crocheted type lace belly band that I glued on with hot glue and score tape. And I got an old, it's not rusted, but it's just an old safety pin. This is from I use several different collections here. So this is from one, and I think this is from Tim Holtz. This is part of the original pack that I used, and I cut it out. I cut the top out with a die cut a black to enhance it, and then of course lined it with the back. So, and then this is just a bag. This is just a cloth bag that you could put something in, and I also stamped it, and it slides down in here. I'm wrapped around the camera. I don't have setups like a lot. I can't put it overhead. So that fits in there, and then the extra, and then you could journal on that if you wish. This is a legal size envelope, the yellow, and I stitched around it zigzag. This is just a little ephemera card, and then I always print on both sides of my cards, so I have lines here, and this is just a Tim Holtz little paper clip, and it just slides down in there. Now this is a piece of ephemera that come out of Tim Holtz's paper pack, which made a pocket. I put it on top, and then I just made this where you could write on the back, and then I just stapled a piece of sari silk on the top. I'm going to cut a thumb hole in that. I just haven't done that yet, but that slides down like so. Of course, there's a lot of plain paper. Now this is an envelope. I made all the envelopes, and this is the center of the first signature where I've enclosed the sewing in here. This, I've made the envelope out of the collection that I used. This opens up, and then inside I made a little type, not really a book, but it opens up where you can journal on it. I put one in each one of the envelopes, and there are 5, and then I made a little stop here with a little flower on it. And of course this I just kind of stamped on this with my script stamp. This is the back part of that envelope, and then I just put this on here and secured it with and this is a time card. Well, it opens up. It opens up. It's a little pocket, and I stitched it down, and I stained it, and then I secured it with a Tim Holtz, and it fits in the other side. Plain for journaling and journaling. This I did buy from Secreta Coffee, and it's just a little pocket she made, and it is darling. And I just put it on one of those little centers. I did some stamping in it, and I did some other, embellishments to it. This is another one. This is just a white card that I folded, and I stitched around it. It has stitching around the top of it. This is just plain with a stamp. Here's a pocket. It's not a pocket. It's the other side of the sack. This is another one of the tags that I made with a little plastic flower on top, which you could journal on the back. These are little paper bags, and I've got them from oh, what's her name? I got her card thing right here. Oh, Tattered Dream. This is plain. This is more calligraphy paper with the napkin. So this is one signature. Now they're all virtually the same. I lay out all of my signatures the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many, and I line, everything is laid out the same. You don't have to do that. I just prefer to do it that way. This is just a little tag with a stamp on it, with a dress form stamp. with some sari silk tied around the top down in one of the little sacks. I tried to put something in every opening, and if you don't, you can take them out. And of course, I didn't put lines on the papers. Here's another one of the white cards with lines for, and this is a pocket as well, I think. No, wait a minute. One of them I sealed shut. No, this is a pocket as well. And I need to put a thumb pull and put something in this one, a tag. And it's from Tim Holtz's paper line. And so is this. And this is just one of those center tags, of course, paper. This is a Rita Donnelly. Is it Rita Donnelly? Ooh. Corner pocket that you could put something in with some stamping. Here's just a postcard, and as I say on the back, you can also, and this is in one of the other end of the, these are kind of like legal size mailing envelopes. They're bigger than a size 10. Of course, just some more writing paper. Here's a second, and I just stamped on this as well. The second envelope, and then I stamped inside where you could journal. I did corners on all of them, and I did them all different. One's got a round corner. This has got a design type corner. Here's a little bird that's stamped on the bottom. And follow your dream with the butterfly. And then this is just the other side of the envelope. I got this from A Tattered Dream. And this is just some ephemera that I had in my stash. And they fit down in there like so. Lots of journaling. This is another, I just embellished this with this tag. This is one of Tim Holtz's. And then I put a safety pin. I just pinned it through the paper, just like so. These aren't rusted, but they're aged. They're dark. There's another one of the little white cards that you could that you can write on, and then I did some stamping on the back. Here's another little bag. Now I don't know. No, there's nothing in this one. Now this has got on the bottom of on the back bottom of these bags, it has some lettering, or I just don't like it. So I just cut this off, this strip, and just glued it down to cover that up. And it's part of the paper collection, so it looks cool. Here's the second end of the signature with the calligraphy paper and the doily. This is starting the third signature. And virtually, I'm going to flip through really quick. Here's another sack with, I covered up, writing paper, another white card that you could journal on, just another flip through here. I just put this as part of the paper collection of Tim's, I believe. And here again we have another envelope, and this was part of Tim's collection, and I didn't like what was on the back, so I just put it on a piece of chipboard and sealed it down and inked the edges, and it fits in like so. Of course, more writing. Here's another envelope with another oh, I didn't get this one finished. I need to do the corners and stamp it, but that fits in there as well, like the others that you can journal on. This is part of the collection that I just made a tag and another Rita Donnelly corner flip pocket stamping. Here's the back part of the legal envelope, and here's another one of the time cards that I made a pocket out of. This is another belly band. This is made from one of Tim's paper lines, and this is just a paper bag. I cut the tops off with, and I got these from Tattered Dream. I cut the tops off with old, and they are old pinking shears. They were my mother's when I was a little girl, with pinking shears. And this is just a tag. I put a grommet in it. You could write on the back, but I didn't put any sari ribbon or seam binding in it. And that just fits down in the belly band, like so. Oh, let's see, another white one, a little stamp. This has got a little I just folded up. This says follow your dream. You can, it's a flip up, flip down where you can journal on. This is stamped with a butterfly, and you can just journal on that. And I just put it down in the other side of the paper bag. I bought these from A Tattered Dream. She has lovely things. There again, that's the end of the third. We're starting the fourth, and they're virtually, it's the same with the bag. Uh, this I just stamped with a postcard stamp. I stamped this with my little balloon stamp. This is another Sagrada's little pocket. It's on book paper, and then she's sewn around it, and she made the flower, and she got a little fabric behind it. This is just a piece of Tim's cardstock. I just covered up virtually the whole page, but I made this long flip out of the collection, and I stamped it where you could write on it, and then it just, because this is long, it just fits down in like so. Another envelope. I didn't put anything on this. This is stamped with a Paris stamp that I have. Here is, oh, and these are little, they're not tuck spots because I got them glued down pretty good, but I just made some little banners and put up there. Another envelope. Now this was stamped with my the postage. Yeah, it's a postcard stamp where you could journal on as well. Each one of the, and these enclose the they enclose the sewing. Another, of course, the envelope. Family is everything. Stamping. Just a little piece of ephemera. This is the Rita Donnelly pocket where you could put something in. Another one of the little white cards with stamping so you could journal. Another little plastic bag. That's the end of the fourth. This is the beginning of the fifth signature. This is a pocket. I haven't put anything in this, but you could put anything that you wish. It says family is everything. The pages are laid out the same, but this is another paper bag. This is another, just a little, the insert. The pages are laid out the same, but the embellishments are a little bit different. This is just a card that come from Tim's, and I stamped that, and that's from Tim's collection, and I just made a pocket out of it. This is another one of the envelopes where you could put something in here as well. And here is the last envelope, and it says, wishing you all things fabulous. And see, it's got a different little corner, and it's stamped inside where you can journal. I made the envelopes with my envelope maker, and this is just a piece across the top that come out of the collection. A little bird stamped on there, another envelope. All kinds. It says, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life, from Picasso. Another one of the little white cards with journaling stamped on another paper bag, and that's the end. Now the back, I made another pocket like the front, put down a little medallion there, and this is, I made this is like a coin envelope or a library, not a library card, it's like a coin envelope. I first of all stamped it with my French stamp, and then with a teapot, and I did make this. They're very simple to make. This is just out of 32-pound copy paper. This is part of the collection, and I distressed it around the edges, and I did put it on some cardstock so it had more stability to it, and you could journal on the back. And this is the same. This is just a card out of the collection, a cut apart, and I put it on some cardstock as well, so that have a little bit more. And this, you could put whatever in it. These are very simple to make. So that is the interior of our book. I absolutely love it. It's huge. The back is just plain, as I say. It's like a damn. It's heavy. It is upholstery material. And then there is the charm on the side, and then of course the big charm on the front. And there it is from there. So I'm going to offer this on my spot on capturedonpaper.com. I have several on there, and I've sold several on there. It's a great spot. It's not Etsy, and but it's a consignment type. There we go. I offer my junk journals on there, and the price of the journals include the shipping. I pay the shipping. So if you have any questions, please at the bottom of this leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it very much. Again, my name is Gwen. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments or email me at gcastile@comcast.net. So I thank you so much for joining me today and watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you so much.